Hello, fifth graders. Mrs. Webb bringing you science. Today we're going to investigate why the sun is brighter than other stars. Phenomenon. You can see the stars at night, but not during the day. Watch this time-lapse video of a night sky. Look at all the stars you can see. What is happening now? Why can't we see as many stars? The first investigation that we are going to do to help us understand the phenomenon is to look at and observe flashlight brightness. If you would like to do this investigation along with me, get your paper, a marker, and your flashlight. I'm going to use a ruler. You do not need to use a ruler. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the flashlight 10 centimeters above the paper. Then I'm going to draw a circle with my marker around the circle of light that I can see. Observe the brightness of this small circle. Next, I'm going to hold the flashlight 30 centimeters above the paper. I'm going to try to center the light and draw around the circle that I can see. What do you notice about the brightness of light when it is 30 centimeters away from the paper? Now I'm going to hold the light 50 centimeters above the paper. I'm going to draw a circle around the light that I can see. What do you notice about the brightness of the light at 50 centimeters? Let's think about what we learned. At what distance was the circle of light the smallest? Did you say 10 centimeters when it was closest to the paper? At what distance was the circle of light the largest? 50 centimeters when it was furthest away from the paper. We can draw a conclusion from these observations. The circle of light was smaller when it was close to the paper, and the circle grew larger as the light moved away. Now let's look at the brightness of each circle of light. 10 centimeters, 30 centimeters, 50 centimeters. Did all three circles of light have the same brightness? No, they didn't. Which circle was the brightest, 10 centimeters or 50 centimeters? It was 10 centimeters, closest to the paper. Which circle was the dimmest, 10 centimeters or 50 centimeters? It was 50 centimeters, the furthest away from the paper. Let's think about what conclusion we can draw from this observation. The closer the circle is to the paper, the brighter it is. The light grows dimmer as it gets further away. So with our investigation of flashlight light, we've discovered that when the light is closest to the paper, it is smaller circle of light and brighter when it's close. But when it moves far away, the light circle gets bigger and dimmer. Let's relate that to the Earth. We're going to use this ball as our Earth. And I am going to use the same flashlights. I'm going to use one flashlight as the sun and another flashlight as a star. And we're going to investigate why the sun is brighter than other stars. The first simulation that I'm going to try to show you is of the sun shining on the Earth. Imagine my Earth floating in space with a purple background. Okay, so it's not very realistic. Now I'm going to hold a flashlight about 12 inches away from our Earth. Look how bright the sun is shining on our Earth. Also notice how much light is reflecting on the background. The sun shining on the Earth simulates daytime. And now I'm going to add a second flashlight that will represent a star. The star flashlight is about twice the distance away from the Earth as the sun flashlight. Can you see the star flashlight move into position once it's centered on the Earth, just as the sun is? What do you notice about the brightness of the star? Can you even tell that it's there? Here's our Earth with no flashlights on. I am going to keep the sun flashlight off as if it was nighttime. And now I'm going to shine the star flashlight. What do you notice about the brightness of the star light now? So what have we learned today? We used a flashlight and paper to investigate brightness. We concluded that the closer the light is to the paper, the brighter it is and the smaller the circle. We used a ball and 2 flashlights to model the Earth, sun, and a star. We concluded when the sun was shining on the Earth, we could not see the light from the star. What's the connection? The sun is closer to the Earth, so it is brighter than other stars. Remember our phenomenon? You can see the stars at night, but not during the day. Use what you've learned in this video to explain that phenomenon. All right, 5th graders, that's the video for today. Please go back to the letter and find the link for your assignment. I have just a couple questions for you to answer about what you learned today.